Ball coach at Wirt County Middle School effective April 3rd, 2025. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. Motion carries. Under employment, we're down to need a motion to employ Emily Harbarger as a substitute aide for 24-25 school year effective upon completion of her required paperwork.
So moved.
Mr. McCown?
As noted in your packet, she has passed the AIDS test, went through the fingerprinting and background check and all as well. So upon your approval tonight, we will get her contract sent out and add another substitute aide to the rosters.
Any questions? Hearing none, we have a motion to approve Emily Harbarger, substitute aide for 24-25 school year, effective upon completion of her required paperwork. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. Motion carries. We now need a motion to approve the employment of Shawnee Hill as high school special education teacher effective 25-26 school year with completion of her required paperwork.
So moved.
Mr. McCown?
So it's a familiar name that I'm happy to bring back to you. As you recall, Mrs. Burns tendered a letter of resignation at the end of this year, so we have posted that position, and Shawnee is the successful candidate for that. And I'm very happy to bring her name back to you tonight.
Any questions? Hearing none, we have a motion to approve the employment of Shawnee Hill as high school special education teacher effective for 25-26 school year with completion of required paperwork. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. Motion carries. And that's next year.
Next year.
Courtney's staying with us all
Correct.
this year. Okay. Okay, need a motion to approve the employment of Paul Miller as color guard instructor for Wirt County High School effective for the 25-26 school year with completion of the required paperwork.
So moved.
Mr. McCown?
So this was vacated at the end of marching season this year, and we've had it posted since the end of marching season, and this is the sole candidate that has bid on it in that time, but I'm pretty sure that Mrs. French knows this person, and because what he said, he found out about the job through Mrs. French. So as you recall, the board supported putting the color guard in with the band and even supported them financially to give them some time to fundraise and to get the flags and the other materials that they need. So I'm happy that we have a candidate for this position to continue helping Mrs. French with the marching band color guard.
Any questions? Hearing none, we have a motion to employ Paul Miller as color guard instructor, Wirt County High School, effective 25-26 school year with the completion of his required paperwork. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. Motion carries. Okay, we're down to new business. Need a motion to approve the 25-26 school calendar, and that is calendar B.
So moved.
So here is the tally of the staff voting. Okay, as you can see, of the three calendars, calendar B is by far the clear winner with 71% of the vote. Calendar A got 12% and calendar C got 16%. So I think there's definitely a definitive winner with the staff with what they would like their work calendar to be for next year.
Any questions?
I couldn't really see it on here, but did this one have the semester ending before?
I believe all of them had the
Okay.
semester ending before Christmas
Yeah.
break this go around.
Yeah, I think that was the biggest, one of the
For high
bigger
school.
things.
So, one second. This one had, well, give me 1 second here. Last day of the first semester is 12/22 in calendar.
Okay.
that'd be-
And then the 11th of August is the first day, and maybe May 20.
Teachers would begin on the 11th, which is a Monday,
Yeah.
and students would begin on the 14th, which is a Thursday.
Any other questions about the calendar, proposed calendar? Here none. We have a motion to approve the 25-26 school calendar, and that is calendar B. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. Motion carries. Can I need a motion to approve the 25-26 continuing and probationary contracts?
So moved.
Okay, Mr. McCowan, I believe, did you hand that
I
out?
handed, everybody
Yeah.
should have a handout. that's
Everybody
got
should
the entire
have.
list.
And just to remember that when our people come in, they get that first year probationary contract, second year they get a probationary contract, and then third year, when they complete their third year, they go to that continuing contract, and that's the last time that we'll see their name. Okay, from that point on, they continue with a contract, okay? They won't come back to us.
Mr.
So,
Metz, if I could.
Yes,
the
please
only,
do.
The only exception to that, if somebody came to us from another
Correct.
county in which they already had a continuing contract in that county, they only have to have a probationary contract 1 year with us,
That's
and we can give them a continuing contract. And we had several that fell into that category.
okay, everybody, we are not leaving anybody.
No, that
Okay,
we are
there's-
not, everybody with a
reapplying.
probationary contract is getting a new
Just being
contract.
reemployed, okay. Because you can't just leave names off this, and they don't have a hearing or anything, you just leave their name off, so. Okay, any questions from Mr. McCown on service and professional contracts? Both continuing and probationary. Any questions? You need a minute to look at it, or are we good? Okay. Okay, we have a motion to approve the 25-26 continuing and probationary contracts. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. Okay, we are down to improve employee transfers for the school year 25-26. I have the list of names for the people that we're going to put on transfer list, okay? And I'm going to read the names to you before we take a motion. And then if you want to pull one of these names off and have a discussion, we'll do that, okay? If not, we'll do it under one motion. Make sense? Okay, we have transfer for Nora Kelly, Matthew Hayes, Aaron Hill, Sandra Purdue, and Jackie Bunch. And what that means is they have a job, 100%, but they are probably going to move somewhere else. Not all the time, but some. This gives us the right to move them. Is there any names that you want me to pull off of that? Okay, so I need a motion to approve employee transfers for the school year 25-26. Those names are Nora Kelly, Matthew Hayes, Aaron Hill, Sandra Purdue, and Jackie Bunch. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Any discussion? Mr. McCown,
So,
if you would
yeah,
go through and tell
yeah,
us what we're doing
absolutely.
here.
So fortunately, we do not have any RIFs. We're not reducing this year. But as you probably recall, Barb, the cook custodian at the middle primary, is retiring, and I'm going to bring back before the board and request that since that position is vacant at a later board meeting, I will. This agenda had a lot on it, so I didn't want to, I thought I'd spread it out a little bit for the board to abolish that position. So the primary center would then be one cook down. Lunch and breakfast numbers at the high school are down a good bit. So Nora is the least senior cook at the high school. So I'm asking you to transfer her to the primary middle as cook to fill in that need from Barb's retirement. Next on the list is Matthew Hayes. I should probably jump down to Jackie Bunch because Jackie Bunch is going to explain why two of the others are on the list. So the special education numbers at the middle school are increasing next year. This year, Jackie is a special education teacher that is split between the middle school and the high school. The middle school needs her all day next year, so she's getting a letter of transfer, keeping her at the middle school all day. To make up for that, The high school has some currently employed teachers that aren't teaching special ed, but are fully certified in special ed. Those being Aaron Hill and Matthew Hayes. So we're asking them to pick up a couple periods of consultation to fill in for the time that Jackie will not be here next year. So that is why they are getting a transfer letter. And then finally, Sandra Purdue is currently an aide in first grade. First grade numbers are going to be very low next year, as you might, I think there's 47 of them right now, if I remember Jeff's attendance narrative this evening. And so she's the least senior aide in first grade. We're going to have to come back and authorize aides to be in third grade next year. So transferring her to third grade will be a fiscally responsible thing to do, because then I'll only have to authorize less aides in third grade when we bring them back. And that is all of the transfers that I'm asking you to consider tonight.
Very good. Any questions?
We hired Shawnee as special ed at the high school, so this is just a partial, is that?
No, so Shawnee's job was Courtney Burns's job that's working for us now. She
Yeah.
tendered a letter a while back and doesn't want to return next year.
Okay.
So she's another full-time high school special ed teacher who Shawnee was the successful bidder for.
Right, but the one that we're wanting somebody to fill in, it was just a partial.
Yeah, that was Jackie Bunch, who was here for 4 periods in the afternoon.
Okay.
She spent half the day at the middle school and then half the day at the high
So
school.
whoever transfers there will do the 4 hours? Or is that how
Yes.
you gonna do it?
So I think
Between these two.
like Mr. Hill and Mr. Hayes will pick up a couple periods each
Okay.
of special ed consultation.
They've agreed to do that?
They have. And I should also say that in the letters, if you read them, if the person wanted to protest their transfer, they had an option to be at the last board meeting and request a hearing before you, but nobody contested and requested a hearing.
Any other questions? Here none, we have a motion to approve the employee transfers for the school year 25-26, and those people are Nora Kelly, Matthew Hayes, Aaron Hill, Sandra Purdue, and Jackie Bunch. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Okay, need a motion to approve Wirt County Schools Policy D-16, Internal Controls Policy. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Mr. McCown.
So we've had this up for comment, and it's not very exciting reading, so there are no comments on here from anybody. But as you recall, Mrs. Cummings spoke to this when they have done our reviews with federal programs and then the audit. We're doing all of these things, but they recommended that we put it in county policy just to ensure that we're going to continue to do them. So it's pretty cut and dry, just talking about internal controls and how we will continue to do things.
Any questions? Here none, we have a motion to approve Wirt County Schools Policy D-16, Internal Control Policy. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Okay, we're down to course adoptions or textbook adoptions. I'm going to go by the numbers, okay? And when we get to 6, there's several books or several pieces of material there. If there's any of those that you want to pull out and talk about separately, we're more than happy to do that. So when we get there, when we make that motion, we'll pull them out. Okay, but first one is approve the pre-K course adoption. So I need a motion to approve pre-K teaching strategies, the creative curriculum for pre-K. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Mr. McCown.
So that is the curriculum that we have been using for pre-K.
I think it's the
but
one you can use.
This and like some of the math that we deferred adoption that's later on in the agenda, we've just got to get it on record that the board has approved those curriculum. So that's why pre-K is on there for you tonight. This year was the social studies year to adopt, and you'll see most of these were social studies, but the pre-K and the math, we just have to get it on record that the board has approved the curricula. The creative curriculum is what we have, and for many years, used with pre-K.
Any questions? Hearing none, we have a motion to approve pre-K course adoption, teaching strategies, the creative curriculum for pre-K. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. Okay, so we're down to number 6. So if it's okay with the board, I'm going to make a motion to approve the social studies course adoptions A through D. But before we do that, if there's any of these that you have questions about, we'll pull that out and have a discussion separate.
Well, when you say A through D, are you entailing the last one, geography?
Yeah, that's under D, Mr. Lowe.
Do you want to include it?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, that's, because we put that, yeah. A has 1, B has 1, C has what, 1, 2, 3, 4. D has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 textbooks. More than happy to pull any out,
Okay.
if you let me know before I put out for a motion. Okay, so I need a motion to approve social studies course adoptions. And I'm going to read these one time, okay? And when you say motion, I'm not going to read them again, okay? So, need a motion to approve grades K through 2, social studies weekly and company studies weekly. Grades 3 through 4, teacher-centered materials, exploring social studies. Grade 5 through 8, grade 5, teacher-created materials, exploring social studies. Grade 6, Synergy Learning, American Stories. Grade 7, Synergy Learning, World History, Great Civilizations. And grade 8, West Virginia Studies, Claremont Press, West Virginia, Our Beautiful Home. Under D, grades 9 through 12, we have World Studies, Imagine Learning, World History, Beginning to the Reformation. U.S. History, Synergy Learning, U.S. History, America Through the Lens. Contemporary Studies, Synergy Learning, U.S. History, American Through the Lens, 1877 to present. Civics, Synergy Learning, American Government. Economics, Savas Economics, West Virginia. And Geography, Global Geography, HMW. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
It's HMH, I believe.
HMHJ, actually, I think, isn't it?
I think it's just HMH.
HMH?
HMH is right here.
I wrote it down. So
Okay,
Let me
HMH.
make sure, one second. I'll get, yeah, it is HMH Global Geography, and
Oh.
the email that Carla sent
Yep.
has got it spelled out. They did not get that to her in time for it to go out on the final agenda Friday, so we had to add that. So it is HMH.
Okay. So we have a motion to approve these. Any questions? Anything you want to add to it, Ms.
No, I
McCown?
think, normally, this was kind of a rough adoption, because normally, the State Department has got the correlations done between the standards and the textbook, and for whatever reason, that did not get completed, so our people had to do that.
That's a lot of work.
And that, a lot of the big,
Yeah, we have, actually, I think 2 people said,
Oh, okay. Who?
right, Sherry?
Brent?
I have Brent
said it at the
and
same
Luke.
time?
I think
Oh, did I?
they were like the same time. Who did you give it to?
Brent?
Okay,
I must have been louder.
okay.
and some of the big vendors that typically were there for whatever reason didn't get their product on the approved list. So social studies teachers had to work pretty hard on this one.
Yeah, that would be, we used to have that, yeah, that's why nobody wanted to serve on textbook committees, because it was days and days and days. Once state started doing it, it was real easy, because they had it for you. I know that Mr. Moore's a big history buff,
Sir,
so he might get one of these and read it. Tell us.
yes. I actually picked up a book this weekend. It was the Agriculture Report, the Federal Agriculture Report of 1892.
There you go.
I added it to my collection.
Okay, any other questions, comments about the textbooks? We really rely upon our professionals to pick out the ones that work the best. Okay, so we have a motion to approve social studies course adoptions, and I'm not going to read those again. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed say nay. Ayes have it. Okay, need to approve math course adoptions. A, B, yeah, there's two of those. Transition Math McGraw-Hill, and then Applied Statistics, I almost said statistics. Applied Statistics, Understanding Basic Statistics. I say that whenever, the hardest class I ever had in college was statistics, and I called it sadistics. And I said it so many times, that's what comes out of my mouth now, okay? It was sadistics. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Mr. McCown, anything we need to
So
know there?
these we deferred when we did the math adoption because there either wasn't a textbook available or we weren't teaching the class. So now we're bringing that back to you to approve.
Any questions from Mr. McCown? Okay, so we have a motion to approve math course adoptions, transition math, and applied statistics. All in favor say aye. Aye, opposed say nay. Ayes have it. Okay, need a motion to approve out of, guys, let me make sure I didn't turn 2 pages. Somebody will keep me right.
Yep, I think that's.
Okay, need a motion to approve out-of-county student transfers. What we have is one student from Roan to Wirt, effective for the 25-26 school year. Do I have a motion? Mr. McCown, anything we need to know?
Nothing to add. Their application was in your packet.
Very good. Okay, so we have a motion to approve out-of-county student enrollment, one student from Roan to Wirt, effective for 25-26 school year. All in favor say aye. Aye, opposed say nay. Ayes have it. Okay, no chaperones and volunteers this evening, so we are down to board concerns. We'll start with Mr. Moore.
None, sir.
Mr. Stewart. Mr. Lowe. I'm good too.
So might I say just a couple things?
Yeah, absolutely, Mr.
I
McCown.
checked the survey before the board meeting started, and we were up to 278 submissions of the survey.
Very good.
Quite a few. After speaking with Mr. Metz, I believe we'll leave that up and running through the end of this month, and then bring a summary of that information to you at our next board meeting.
Yeah, and I saw in the county paper, it was on the front page of the county paper, so that gives people, if they want to do it by hand, gives them a chance to bring it into us. Yeah. I know that prom was this past weekend. We're getting really close to the end of the school year, so Mr. McCown, if you
Dates.
could
Yep,
have
absolutely.
our
End-of-year
principals
dates.
send us, email to us end of the year things.
Absolutely. And I will say, prom was beautiful, and the venue was just fantastic, literally a castle, but it was off the beaten path a little bit.
Yes, yes.
But it was gorgeous.
Yeah, I've been up there one time. I haven't been in it, but we drove up there one time just to see the castle in Marietta. But, yeah, it looked like it was. I saw some pictures and videos. Okay, so our next regular meeting is May the 6th, 2025, here at the cafeteria at 6 o'clock. With that, I will entertain a motion to adjourn. We are adjourned. Don't go anywhere. Okay, so at this time, I will entertain a motion to reconvene the regular meeting on March 18th, 2025.
So moved.
Any questions, comments? Okay, we have a motion to reconvene the regular meeting of March 18th, 2025. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed say nay. Ayes have it. Okay, we'll entertain a motion to enter the levy rates, both current expense levy and our excess levy. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Mr. McCown, anything you
So
want to
at
add?
that meeting, Mrs. Cummings presented those to you. You will find in the photocopied packet here that we have, those have been approved by the state. They have sent a letter back, and so now we are bringing those back to you for you to approve.
Any questions? They didn't change, did they?
No.
No. Okay, here are no questions. We have a motion to enter the levy rates, both the current expense levy and the excess levy. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. At this time, I will entertain an adjournment of the recessed April 15th, 2020, I'm sorry, of the March 18th, 2025 regular meeting.
So moved.
We are adjourned. That's the best way to do that,
Yeah,
And then,
work.
then people that don't want to hear it don't.